All right, hi, I'm Marcus, and I'm just going to give you a bit of a recap on this beast, the Lexus GX 460 that I've recently purchased. So the GX, rather than the four-cylinder diesels that we've got in Australia, it's a 4.6 V8. It's altogether a different driving experience because of that engine. Firstly, I would say on the highway, you've got a lot more passing power. There's a lot more confidence behind the wheel. This is a really nice engine for touring and long drives on big highways. Where it's not suitable is in the city. If I compare it to the 2.8 in the Prado, I was getting, let's say 12 and a half in the city. I'm lucky if I can get 16, and sometimes I'm seeing 20 liters per 100K. But on the highway, I'm down between 10 to 12, where again, in the Prado, with the diesel, still better. But 10 to 12 is okay. I'm happy with that. So yeah, it's definitely not a vehicle for city use. I think fundamentally it's not as flexible as the diesel engine in that regard. So just coming around to the front end, similar to the Prado, we've got, this is the 2020 models, the first year where they went with the new front end. So it's got the LEDs, the new grille, and it's got all the new product. Can't think of the name of it, but the Toyota car safety sense system. We've got the radar cruise. We've got all those features, the auto stop. So in that way, it's very similar to our Prado. But I do personally, I like the look of this vehicle better. Same size wheels. I've actually got winners on here right now. So this is a Bridgestone Blizzak. What is the model? DMV2, but it's the same size wheel. So it's a 265 60 R18, just like the Prados, or most of them anyway. So I'm happy with that. So it gives us lots of sidewall. Okay, so just in regards to the suspension system, this has KDSS, and I do have the airbags in the back, so it's very similar to the Prado Kakadu in that regard. What I find interesting is this vehicle is set up a little softer, so I think they've done the Lexus Touch. I don't know how much the percentage is on the softening of the suspension system, but it's noticeable. And what I found though is now that I've got these winter tires on, they've got a little stiffer sidewall, and now I'm feeling it's more comparable to how my Prado handled. But with the summers on, I was finding it almost too soft, to be honest. But just to show you the suspension. So basically inside the vehicle, I've got a sport, normal, and comfort mode. So this toggle switch, compared to what was a couple buttons here on the Prado Kakadu, I like these a lot better. Firstly, because I don't have to reset it, or I don't have to set it again every time I get in the vehicle. It's always on the mode that I left it in. While I'm here, I'll just show you. So there's your 4 high, 4 low. Very easy. You shift into neutral. I mean, it's very similar in that regard. Instead of the dials on the dash, I've got that here. Here's my rear airbags. So again, just a nice, I just like these toggles. I just find them really useful. Downhill scent control, on, off. What I've noted is it seems to, I think it only works in low. So that's the only limitation there. What I don't have is I don't have MTS. So I don't have crawl control. But to be honest, for the kind of driving I do, I'm not missing it. I might be in some scenarios here where I might be in snowy conditions and I might think that's something I would like, but listen, I'll wait and see how we go. Because it's got the torsion diff, I mean, listen, I'm not worried about traction, but maybe on downhills, yeah. I think it'll be, I'll just have to wait for a couple more months and we'll see how it goes. So just to talk about what else is different on the vehicle. I mean, one of the big things, again, you can see the interior. The design of the door card is different. It's better material. If I compare the two, the padding is better. The bolstering on the seats is not that different. I think the actual seat frame is exactly the same, but the angle I can get on my bottom cushion to support the under thigh is better. It's way better. So for my height, I'm 6'3.5", I'm getting better leg support that I wasn't able to get. I couldn't get into that comfort level in the Prado Kakadu. So I'm liking the seats more. The steering wheel, again, it's a Lexus steering wheel. It's really nice. It's got a nice finished wood with the leather, and it's just a nicer steering wheel as well. You know, little differences. A lot of this is the same. A few extra features. I've got heated steering wheel. I don't think there's a lot actually here that's different besides that. One thing it does have as well, and you can't, there's some speakers up on the dash. This is the Mark Levinson system in the Lexus GX, and unquestionably a better stereo system. You can't even compare the two. This is way better than anything. I don't know why they don't provide that in the Prados at all, but that's a beautiful system. And it's been in this car for, you know, since 2010, but it's incredible. It sounds really, really great. What else is a bit different? Oh, I mean, I've got some backlighting. I mean, this is just, you could argue it's gimmicky, but that's little Lexus touch. And just while I'm at it, I'll just show you that something, and again, I don't think you can get these in Australia yet, but I've got the Tux mats in here. So these are, I think they're the best product I've used in a vehicle for protecting the footwell and just preventing all the dirt from getting into your floor mats or anywhere else. So these things come all the way down the side of the vehicle. I mean, you can see that there. And I've got a couple little points where it's just sort of latched in. They're beautiful. So those Tux mats they're a Canadian product, and I don't know if they're going to make them for the Prado. I hope so, because I think they're the best thing for if you get your car dirty and you want to save yourself all the effort of having to clean out all the grime. So what else can I tell you about? Oh, another feature, just the little things. So something that I noted, the headliner. The headliner, again, is Lexus, right? It's just those little things, the premium grade of products where it's all the touch points. You know, it's where your leg rests on the center console. Like all this sort of material in here is just, you know, it's just done a little bit better. The sliding armrest, it's got a split sliding armrest. And again, it's better padded. It's a denser pad. So if you're doing long drives, I'm finding this really quite useful. I don't have the icebox, so I've got a, you know, like probably a lot of other Prados that are out there. It's just, you know, it's a standard center console, but I'm finding it quite useful, and the double split there is really useful. So I'll just move to the back. Again, not a lot different here. Similar thing with the door cards. The seats, just, you know, very, very, you know, similar design there. You can see some of the different speakers here with the Mark Levinson. Again, I've got the Tux mats on the back, and these things are awesome. They go right under the front seats, and I'm super happy with those. This thing's really set up for family hauling. We've just got this little center tray, which again, I'm finding really, really handy on long drives. So loving that when I've got kids in the back. And yeah, so I'll just move quickly to a few other little features on the vehicle. So the one thing this doesn't have, it doesn't have raised rails. So I've gone in and just bought the Lexus crossbars, which ran me around 350 Canadian, I think. And I've had a little bit of fun trying to put a ski box on here because, as you can see, the shark fin antenna and the alignment of those bars is pretty much the same. So that might be an issue for me going forward, but some of the ski boxes from Thule and so forth have that cut out. And I've gone to the forums. It seems like there should be a fix for that. Yeah, and then, you know, again, moving around to the back of the vehicle. So it's the equivalent of the flat back Prado. We've got the full-size spare underneath. And, you know, unfortunately, I can't really compare this to my vehicle because, again, I had the tire on the back, but I'm actually really loving the flat back. This accessibility when it's loaded up, I didn't know how good it was, but it's really, really useful. And actually the door, you know, it just closes better because it doesn't have all that weight of the tire on the back. So I'm finding that actually really nice, unexpected feature that I've enjoyed. And you know, the tail lamps, obviously this is the other kinds of features that are a bit different. The rear spoiler, I don't know if you saw the front, but there's a front spoiler. But these rear lights, they're a nice design. little bit fancy, a little bit Lexus. And the other one is the side steps. So you can see here, they're better integrated. So the Prado didn't quite have this seamless design. So I'm really liking how they've brought that all into the vehicle. And yeah, and again, as I was mentioning, the front spoiler, it's just a nice design. Yes, it's probably, well, it's reduced the clearance, so it's definitely got less front clearance if I was ever to be going up something with a bit of a steep incline. That's something I'd need to think about. But you know, aside from that, I think it's fine. So I'm pretty happy with the media system in the vehicle. If you have a look, it's you know, what can I say? It's not up to the standard of the 2021 Prado Kakadu. This does not have Apple CarPlay, and that's why I've got this gadget locked in here, so I can put my phone in and run it through as a media device. I am not. This is a touch. It's a touch screen, so it's okay. But I can certainly say that's a feature that is missing, and it's sorely lacking in a 2020 Lexus. I know that if I waited another 2 years, I think the 2023, that was the first year that they introduced it. But yeah, not impressed really, to be honest. You can get a head unit. You can do a head unit swap. But if you do that and anything goes wrong, well, Lexus is not, they're not going to come out and be too helpful probably. So that's a risk. And I think as an owner right now, I'm happy to just use my phone and attach it. But yeah, that's it. To be honest, that's probably the only feature, that and the fact that this is really a poor choice if you're predominantly using it for city traffic. There's a wasp that's just landed on my hand. Okay. Yeah, so it's really not a city car. But it's a great vehicle for road tripping, and that's predominantly why I have it, to go over mountain passes, haul lots of stuff, and I'm happy with it as that kind of vehicle. But yeah, so that's my quick review of Prado comparison to a GX 460. Both have their strengths. I would say, weighing it all up, I'd probably take a Lexus GX over a Prado Kakadu 5 days of the week. I think there's certain scenarios where the Kakadu is still the better vehicle, but overall, I'm really happy with it.